friends, welcome back to Aliya Gupta. I was just going to hit the bed and today we'll study a small topic. So, the topic we'll study today is the image formation by convex mirrors. Now there are two cases. Our first case is when object is placed at infinity. So in this case, this is the convex mirror. This is the principal axis. Now, if this is a parallel beam of light, and this gets reflected in this direction and this direction. If these incident rays are incident on the mirror surface, then the reflected rays go in this direction. But if we extend the reflected rays backwards, then they appear to meet on the principal focus. So here, because they appear to meet at a point, and the point is principal focus, then the image formed is highly diminished point sized. So the image formed is highly diminished and point sized. The image is formed behind the mirror. And the image is formed at principal focus because at principal focus the rays appear to meet. And at last the image is virtual and erect. So this is when object is placed at infinity. Now, you must be wondering that if the image is highly diminished point size, then how can we prove that the image is virtual and erect? Let me clarify your doubt. Let me clarify your doubt. So, if these are the parallel rays of, if two parallel rays of light are taken as the incident rays, then they get reflected in this direction. The reflected ray goes in this direction. This is the principal focus. So, if we produce the reflected rays backwards behind the mirror, then they meet at a point. Here you can see the image is formed. Here the image is highly diminished, but we can see it. But because the image is behind the mirror, then it is virtual. And because this image is upright, then the image is erect. So, here prove that the image formed in the case of the image formed is virtual and erect whether the image formed is highly diminished point sized. So this was our first case. So let's take the second case. In the second case, we are placing object at a finite distance, that is between pole and infinity. So we are placing object between P and infinity. If this is a convex mirror, this is the principal axis Now if I am placing an object here, at this point we label the object as AB. If this is a ray of light, if this is the incident ray coming from the object, now this is the reflected ray, and here this is the principal focus. Our next ray goes towards the center of curvature, like this is the ray going to the center of curvature. Then this is the center of curvature. So we see that the extended reflected rays appear to meet at a point behind the mirror. The two rays appear to meet at this point. So here the image is formed. We label the image as A prime, V prime. So now the image formed is diminished. Not highly diminished, but diminished. It is formed, if we notice, the image is formed between P and F. And of course, because it is virtual, then it is formed behind the mirror. And the image is virtual and erect. So this is when object is placed between P, pole and infinity. Now let's understand this with the help of a practical example. Here I have a convex mirror with me. If we look at this sharpener, now here you can see that a diminished image of the sharpener is formed in the mirror. Okay, let's take another. See, this image is diminished and the image is virtual and direct. So, now let's explain with the help of another example. I have this scale with me. Let me adjust it. See, the image of the scale is diminished, and as for the object and the image, in this case also the image is virtual and direct, and as far we go from the mirror, the image becomes diminished. So this was our practical example. So that's all for today's tutorial. Good night, sweet dreams. Thanks for watching. Please like my video, subscribe and suggest me how can I make the video better. Also, press the bell icon to get the latest notifications for the videos I am uploading. Bye bye. Good night.